The Elise's price isn't as stripped out as the interior, and it won't outrun its older self. But if you want a great handling, sharp-looking sports car that's greener than ever, then this is a perfect choice. And so is this, a brilliant example of the very first Elise, which we're giving away as this week's competition prize. Our experts scoured the country and found this immaculate 1999 model. And what's more, we'll also throw in £1,000 towards your insurance, courtesy of elephant.co.uk. We've also got places for you and a mate to drive a Ferrari and Lamborghini at the Thruxton Supercar Experience, and to sit alongside Tiff in a BMW M3. Plus, we're giving away a 40-inch LCD TV, an Xbox with the Superstars V8 Next Challenge driving game, plus our favourite 5 car games, and a Garmin SatNav, and a Pure Highway in-car DAB radio, and a Supertooth Buddy hands-free kit. For your chance to win, just answer the following question correctly. What is the maximum UK motorway speed limit? Is it A, 30 miles an hour, B, 50 miles an hour, or C, 70 miles an hour? To enter, text A, B or C to 85559, or call 0904 1619555, or post your answer, name and contact number to 5th Gear 177, PO Box 46556, London N1 0WW. Calls cost £1.50 from a BT landline. Calls from other networks may vary, and from mobiles will cost considerably more. Lines close at midday on Thursday the 29th of July and 3 days later for postal entries. For rules and winners, go to 5.tv/win. Still to come, Johnny and I push 2 off-roaders to the limit to find out which is best. And Jason's at Ferrari's private track in their fastest ever road car.
Welcome back to 5th Gear. We're in Italy to drive the new £300,000 Ferrari 599 GTO. But before we get into that, Vicky and Johnny have been trying to settle an old grudge match. What's the ultimate 4x4?
The Toyota Land Cruiser and Land Rover Discovery have been off-road rivals through decades of war zones, outbacks and jungles. Now there's 2 fresh versions available, so we're here to decide which one you'd rather spend your own money on.
This Land Cruiser is top spec, the LC5, and it costs £47,000.
And this flagship spec Discovery HSE is 53,000 quid.
First up, a dirty 4x4 game of tug of war to test torque, grip and general hardness.
I'm going to take the Discovery because it has 2 more cylinders and more torque, which should mean it tugs harder than the Land Cruiser.
But I'm happy taking the Toyota, if only because the United Nations wouldn't dream of crossing a battlefield in anything else. First across the centre line loses.
3, 2, 1, go!
Because this has got an intelligent diff control, what that means is Land Rover will decide whether or not it thinks that it needs to lock its diffs.
A lock differential is useful when conditions are slippy. It makes the wheels turn at the same speed and gives you more traction.
It's telling me I've lost grip, I'm aware of that.
With an extra 140 pound-foot of torque and a smarter differential sending it to the wheels, the Discovery edged ahead. And now I'm just sliding sideways, which is not good.
Okay, stop! Woohoo! I think it was a sort of success.
Both of these vehicles may use a 3-litre diesel, but this test illustrates very neatly that the Discovery has more grunt, a lot more power, and the ability to tow half a tonne more than the Toyota.
The second test is 4x4 pull rescue, where we've got to save my mate, Inflatable Brian, in the fastest time possible. Oh, face down.
I'm going to use the crawl system, and I'm going to put it on a medium crawl, so I can take my feet off all the pedals, lean out the window and grab him, and the car just crawls along. It's my cunning plan. OK, Johnny boy, I am ready.
3, 2, 1, off you go.
Oh, that's the crawl system.
Oh, she's using some braking technology.
Oh, big bow wave there.
Over the bonnet quite significantly, and we don't have snorkels on here, so we don't want to drown the engine.
Right, I don't want to go too fast because he'll go away from me.
The exhaust is under the water. Keep the revs up, Vic.
Come on, Brian.
He's done it.
I've never hooked a man in quite such a fashion.
You actually saved Brian in 31.03 seconds.
Excellent behaviour.
That's not bad.
I'm sure you've pulled blokes quicker. On your marks, get set, go!
OK, I don't know how fast to actually go into the water.
And he's off.
Oh, sugar, that was a bit high.
Quite a big bow wave as well. It's got all the way over the bonnet.
I've got to make sure I get him before the bow wave does.
Oh, I think he's pushing Brian too far away.
No! Oh! Yes, I've got him! My bloody hero!
I cannot believe how fast you went.
I was gunning, baby, I was gunning.
19.7 seconds.
More than 10 seconds quicker. So the moral of the story is, when it comes to off-road, a gung-ho approach will often get the job done quicker than relying on fancy technology. And so to the final challenge. Each car will be timed as it takes on a suspension-slaughtering obstacle course. I'll drive both cars to keep it consistent, which means Johnny's in charge of the stopwatch.
3, 2, 1, go.
And the slowest start to a race I think I've ever had.
But you mustn't rush, not on these big boulders.
No, definitely not.
Great thing about the Land Rover is you don't have to be like an off-road warrior to know all the lingo. You literally look at where you're travelling, turn the knob, oh look, there's rocks, swivel that to rocks, put the ride height up if you think it's going to gash you underneath, and off you rock.
It's so incredibly easy to use. I think it's much simpler than the Land Cruiser. OK,
Grass, gravel, snow, that's pretty safe.
OK, so what am I doing? 10 miles an hour, just over 1,000 RPM.
Yeah.
Oh, 20 miles an hour, 25 miles an hour. The revs actually went to 3,000 RPM there, John.
Awesome. The engine in this is better than the Land Cruiser.
It feels very refined, actually, and it's not half as noisy.
Stop the clock, 2 minutes 53. That's not bad. That was a piece of cake. It hasn't even broken a sweat.
No.
Neither have you.
No.
I mean, that's an important point.
Totally. It's very, very refined. Right, Land Cruiser.
3, 2, 1, Vic, go. OK.
OK, now I've got it in rock mode, OK?
Yeah.
And I've also jacked the suspension up, but you can only jack it up at the rear, but I'm definitely scraping on some rocks underneath, aren't I?
Oh, aren't you? Yeah.
It's definitely kissing the rocks.
It is, isn't it?
Whereas the Land Rover didn't.
Ditch run.
Ditch run.
OK, right. The ride feels a bit pogo-y.
Pogo-y, definitely. It feels that it's straining a lot more, and I think it's only because that engine is noisier. It makes you think that it's working harder.
Yeah. It's definitely a little bit more agricultural.
Yeah.
Does it make you feel special?
No.
And that's
it feels a bit cheap.
I still can't get over that it's only a 4-cylinder. Time for the sideways.
Oh, come on, Land Cruiser, you've got to win one of them. OK, finish line.
2 minutes 31. 2 minutes 31. Stone the Crows.
Which is
22 seconds quicker.
I put the Toyota's big winning margin down to one simple fact. The Land Cruiser's utilitarian feel means you're much happier hurling it at obstacles that